3 out of 4 of us have seen Wonder Woman 84, which dropped on
Who's the
Christmas Eve or something.
I dropped on Christmas Day because I definitely went to my parents' house and then came back home and we all wore masks and watched it.
Yeah.
Well, 2 out of the 3 of us wore masks.
Casey, what's your 2-second okay, letter grade? What do you think?
Letter grade, C-.
Okay.
It was watchable. It was entertaining, but it was dumb. It was bad.
C-? So
Yeah.
Okay. All right. The 3 out of 4 who hasn't seen it, it's me. I haven't seen it.
The 3 out of the 4.
Question. Yeah. Sorry. I'm the 1 out of the 4 that hasn't seen it. Casey, knowing how I grade things as either it's a binary, yes or no, or everything is basically a 70. You just rated something a C-. That's going to be a 73 or lower. What does that mean? Like,
I'm not going to
do I
rewatch
watch-
it. Like, do I regret watching it? Not really, but I'm not going to go out of my way to watch it.
But you give it a C-?
I would have liked to watch something else.
Brian, yeah, I agree. Or sorry, Casey, this is definitely a hit it and quit it. It's I watched it once. I will never watch it again. I probably won't even really think about it much. Preston, what do you say?
I'm gonna go same thing. I would put it in that C barely. It wasn't like god awful or an affront to mankind like some people seem to think it was, but yeah, it wasn't a very good movie. It was like it was too long. It was very dumb in a lot of spots, and I had some moments in there, but like, goddamn, that did not pan out over the 2.5 hours. Like, it was just underwhelming.
It took them an hour and 20 minutes to get to the first action sequence.
Technically, no. There was that one part. There was that part of the mall.
The first
there
of
was
two
that part
openings.
in the mall. The first 2 opening sequences, technically scenes with action in them. There wasn't a whole lot, and also like it definitely set a tone for the movie that was not followed through on.
Right. Yeah, I didn't feel like Wonder Woman Spider-Maning around Arlington, Virginia really consequent. It didn't really count as action for me.
I mean, look, I'm just you're not wrong. At the same time, though, there was technically a scene with action in it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I know what you mean. Also, it's like, oh, cool, she's here to save the fucking Arlington Cinnabon. What? Like, lady, there's probably other places there's probably other places in 1984 that need your ass more than the Arlington, Virginia Cinnabon.
Yeah, like Sarajevo or something.
Square, maybe.
Yeah, maybe that.
Anywhere else.
Okay, question. I watched Batman Forever this weekend.
Okay.
Probably a better choice.
And thoroughly loved it.
Yeah, it doesn't suck.
Is Batman Forever better than Wonder Woman 84?
Yes.
Yes, I'm definitely. Yeah, that's. I mean, I've seen Batman Forever a shitload of times, multiple of those times by choice, and not just because it was on the Sci-Fi Channel at like 3 o'clock when I was a kid and nothing else was on.
And never again will you watch Wonder Woman 84.
I'll probably see it again before I die, but like, I'm probably not like in another like 10 years.
You have children who you have to say, all right, if you're gonna watch fucking The Flash 7. You're going to have to watch Wonder Woman 84.
There's going to come a time in life maybe where like, you know what, I think it might be like one of those things where it's like in 10 years, like it'll be like an Iron Man 2 thing where like, oh, that wasn't as bad as I remember. It still wasn't good.
I watched
but it wasn't
Iron
like
Man.
that bad.
I watched Iron Man 2 in a hotel in Chicago on a delayed flight and absolutely loved it.
It's the best.
And I think that's the
possible outcome.
Yeah.
Is Wonder Woman 84 that kind of movie?
No.
I don't.
Okay, stop. Time out. Is Wonder Woman 84 a delightful movie for TNT's Dinner and a Movie television show where you learn how to make a meal and also watch Wonder Woman 84?
They still do Dinner in a Movie?
No, of course.
Okay. I was like, didn't they get canceled like 15 years ago?
But I'm dying for movies that fit in that mold.
This does not, but let's get back to this movie because there are lots of problems with it that need to be addressed, I feel.
Yes, there are.
Fine, specifics. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, great. Well, then you just sit there quietly while we discuss this movie, or make faces and smoke weed.
Okay. I'll do all of those things.
Yeah. Problem number 1, biggest on my list. There's a lot of teleporting in this movie. There's a part where they go to the Smithsonian, spoiler alert, and steal a fueled fighter jet.
Yeah.
Sorry, borrow it. Through a process of magical processes, the jet turns invisible because, Wonder Woman, she has an invisible jet.
Yes, yeah.
But also, the jet is being piloted by Chris Pine from the first movie, who died, but he's back because Wonder Woman wished him into existence, who is inhabiting another guy's body, and she rapes him.
Yep. Well, all right, here's the thing, though. All right, so it's like, I think it's more so like the body snatching than the rape, because the dude isn't like actually, it's more disturbing than I just thought about. Like, where the fuck is the other guy's soul the entire time he's not in there? That's actually more disturbing to me, because like, it's technically, yes, she is having sex with his unwilling body, but his other guy's, but it's like Steve Trevor's consciousness is in there. Where the fuck is the other guy's like conscious mind during all of this?
It's in Sam Beckett's body.
Oh god!
I was gonna say, I love that Chris Pine gets like a Deanna Troi plot in this show. Like, I love that it's a man getting his body raped as opposed to like the hot chick.
Yeah. Well, that's just one of the preposterous things that happens. There's a lot of wish making. In fact, the whole movie is bent on wish making. But let me get to this one thing.
Yeah, actually, apparently an abandoned script for Wishmaster 2.
I was gonna say the worst sequel to Wishmaster ever. But they fly this invisible jet to Cairo to track down the bad guy. We do not see the jet land. And apparently you can fly from DC to Cairo in one jet fuel packet. Then they're tracking down the bad guy. They're driving down the highway in Cairo, and then the bad guy just drives past them, and then she's like, "There he is!" And then an action sequence ensues. Now,
I mean, yeah,
they're
on Cairo Road, the one road in Cairo.
Road. Yeah.
Yeah, Cairo Road.
Title of
it's like the song, Old Cairo Road.
Talking about the Cairo Road.
Yeah. Cairo Road.
Yeah. So then Wonder Woman makes a phone call to Kristen Wiig, and she's like, "I'm going to this store in the morning." And then Wonder Woman's like, "I'll meet you there." And sure enough, Kristen Wiig arrives at the store in Arlington, Virginia, and Wonder Woman and Chris Pine just run up and they're like, "Hey, what's up?" They flew the jet, perfectly timed, landed it somewhere. We never saw the jet take off or land or anything. They just arrived.
It's invisible.
Am I the only one that was really confused with the mechanics of the wish making until like way later than I should have realized it?
Well, you mean it didn't make sense to you by the 53rd time they mentioned the monkey's paw? In fact, the movie should have been called Wonder Woman Monkey's Paw.
84.
84.
Or Wonder Woman, 84 monkey paws.
I did enjoy watching The Mandalorian overact in every single scene.
Here's the thing. That motherfucker kind of carried that shit with his overacting.
Right. Especially at the end, where it was nothing but yelling and pointing and being very crazy.
Yeah, it was kind of weak and just no one really seemed to think a lot of this through in any real capacity. Also, I did see someone post on there, and I did kind of agree with this. You could have, here's the thing, I thought Kristen Wiig was fine as Cheetah, but I did see some posts like, you could have just cut her out of the movie entirely and it would have really changed the major arcing plot. I'm like, you're not wrong. She was kind of there. Yeah.
So did she lose her powers in the end?
Well, we'll find out in Wonder Woman 3, won't we?
Wonder Woman
85. They purposely made that vague. And like, they make it seem in when they figure out what the whole stone is, they make it seem like everybody has to reverse their wish or something bad's going to happen. How are you? You're telling me that everybody just heard what was going on and then was like, okay, I'm going to give up my wish.
Yes, Casey, because Diana had her lasso of truth around his foot while he was in the middle of the beam in the secret satellite.
The wish beam.
The wish beam. And then she gave a heartfelt speech to every single person on Earth that made a wish, and they all did it simultaneously. Because
oh man,
there's got to be at least one person, right? Like, I mean, Brian ain't giving up his wish.
I'm not. ever for anything.
I mean, yeah, that's true. Like, there is, like, someone's not gonna give up their wish, and a lot of people probably aren't, especially on, like, those innocuous wishes, yeah.
I was gonna say
Or, like,
the wishes where it's like, I'm bald, I wish I had my hair back. Like, that's not gonna make the Earth explode or the the Russians launch nukes
Yeah.
like some of the other wishes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Selena Gomez, but you belong to me now. Like, I'm sorry.
But yeah, maybe,
but her wish is probably to be like, I don't want to be in sex slavery.
maybe Kristen Wiig was passed out and didn't get to, like, give up her wish, and then when she came to, like, the world had been saved, and she's like, oh boy, I get to be a villain now. Whee!
Yeah, it's
Right.
like,
What if my wish was whatever wish people made against me? No. Like,
No. It just
I
makes
mean-
it just makes a wee-ah noise, and it just says try again.
yeah, I mean,
it's like
frankly,
it's like when Al smacks the hand like you want to. Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah. Well, so also Wonder Woman gains new powers in this movie that don't get displayed in the future Justice League film, or even
Because she turns things invisible.
yeah, and also can fly with her lasso.
I think she can. You know what? They never really show her flying. It's been so long since I've seen the other movies. It's like, maybe she can fly in the Justice League cartoon show.
After this
I
movie,
thought about it hard, and I'm not sure if I've ever seen like the Justice League movie.
it's we rewatched it. It's far more watchable than this movie, but it's not great. Mostly
I fell asleep during it.
possibly
in theaters.
a lot of it is because those movies were written to fit together. This movie does not fit together with anything, and basically in Justice League, she's being lectured for hiding from the world for like 80 to 90 years, and only now just coming out to help. It was like, well, she came out in '84 to help, and she was Spider-Manning around Arlington helping.
But she broke all the cameras so no one saw her.
Right.
Yeah, and then I guess maybe after all that shit, she was like, you know what? I'm just gonna chill the fuck out
Yeah.
for another 20-something years.
Right.
Fuck this helping shit.
But in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, what was her occupation? Was she just a very wealthy, like, investigator or something?
I think
No,
she was working
Greek
at
and
a
shit.
different museum or some shit. Oh, you know what? I think she owned a fucking diner in Fells Point, because that's what Greek people do.
Jimmy's Restaurant.
Yeah, no.
I believe the
She
person
owned the Towson Diner.
and
She owned
Okay.
it all of us.
she owns all the Greek diners: Double T, Sip and Bite, that other one,
Yeah,
Bell
get my
Lock
Spanakopita
Diner,
on.
R.I.P.
Yeah, I think it's a Starbucks.
Anyway, yeah, Wonder Woman '84. Watch it once, but only once.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's a movie. It wasn't
I'll
good.
get around to it eventually. I guess.
I got 21 days to watch it on HBO Max.
I
so,
will say, and this is, I guess, we're done talking about it for now. But this is the first 17 minutes of the movie are completely pointless, except to set up this trope that, like, you can't lie your way through life and you can't cheat and that kind of thing, which I didn't even think about until a day after the movie had ended, because I was just like, okay, whatever, that happened.
It'd been way cooler if the villain was Eddie Guerrero.
It could have been literally anyone.
It could have. Rest in power.
Fucking Wishmaster. I want to be an oil tycoon, so I'm gonna wish my way into power.
I mean, it's like, honestly, it's like, couldn't you just like be like, I wish I was rich and well respected, and then just be done with it?
Yep. Could have. Except he started falling apart or something. They never explained
No,
any
well,
of
the
that.
whole thing was like, yeah, they need to do the wishes, like wish his body back to normal after you've done all the other wishes that was taken apart. You know what? It doesn't matter. It was very confusing. It wasn't confusing. Here's the thing. It just wasn't very well spelled out.
That's also true. None of it was. Any of it.